This episode is brought to you by In Demand Toys. For all your action figure needs, head on over to In Demand. Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying Model Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest action figure video podcast. So take off your pants, crack a beer, and let's talk toys. Let's talk about the nerdy news that you need to know about. It's the only news that matters. It's good news. And on today's show, the new Star Wars show will take years off your life. Howard Stern predicts doom for the MCU, and Robocop will clean up the streets in 2023. But as you know, here at Model Behaviour, action figures always come first, or sometimes not at all. So let's talk about them. Wow, had some gusto on that one. Coming in first and coming in hot, we have updates of the HasLab Hiss Tank. Oh my goodness, smashed everything, just smashy smash. Yeah, we got all the tiers done, boom. So what do we got? We got the missiles, we got the gunner, we got freaking Deacon Cobra Commander now. We got guns, knives, sharp sticks, harsh language. Wow, they're throwing everything at this, and the masses are responding. So the final big one that's got people very excited is Cobra Commander, a special retro animated style kind of Cobra Commander. From what I'm understanding, from the info that I'm gleaming, is that also he's going to have like an intentionally misprinted Cobra logo, because apparently way back in the day that was like a super rare figure that was printed of Cobra Commander with a botched up logo, and now they're like, let's actually do the botched up logo, let's just have fun with it. That's some care and love and attention to detail that I really kind of dig. And dang it, I had actually accepted that I was not going to go for this HasLab. I'm like, no, I don't. It looks cool, but I don't need it. Now we're getting 4 figures, man. We're getting 4 figures. We're getting the driver, we're getting the engineer, we're getting the gunner, and we're getting Cobra Commander. That's $100 worth of figures right there. Then the tank itself is just like 200. I say just, I mean, that's still a lot of money, but still, they're giving a decent deal on this. So man, there's some food for thought there, because this HasLab it's impressing. It's really impressing. Pre-orders are live over at Big Bad Toy Store for the Longbox Heroes collection. This is an interesting little one. These are all comic book properties from independent creators and studios. I think, I don't know who owns the rights to these different things, but I recognize, of course, the Rocketeer, you've got the Goon, you got the, is it Hack or Slash from Hack and Slash? I really enjoyed that comic run, even though I can't remember which one is supposed to be which. Cassie Hack. That's it. And then you got the, is it Madman, the dude in white? I recognize a lot of them, but I'm just not that big with my indie comics. But if you are, then you might get a kick out of these. For $25 a piece, see if you can pick them up. Playmates have shown images of their new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles box sets of the old retro animated styles, and these just look really pretty. They got 3 different ones to choose from. So first of all, you've got the villain set, and the villain set is going to include a Foot Soldier, Leatherhead, Mutagen Man, and Wingnut, and Screwloose as well. So that's a fun little set that you've just got there. I really love these cardboard boxes that they come in. The graphics, you know me, I'm a big graphic design nerd, and I love what they've got on here. That's the first one. And then the second one, they've got the Sewer Heroes, and that has Mighty Bebop, that's got Super Donatello, Super Mike, and then finally Rhino Man. And I love that these are taken from the latter days of the original sort of cartoon toy run, where they were like, what are we going to do with these characters we haven't done yet? Let's make them superheroes. And then finally, you got the third box, and this is classic Toon Turtles with the 4 originals. And yeah, just the overall packaging of these, they look super fun. So they're $84 Australian, which I think is a little bit cheaper than US dollars. I'm not entirely sure, but you got to kind of shop around for these. But it looks like a really fun, interesting retro release. Mezco have revealed their mega-scale Tiffany action figure doll type nightmare fuel contraption. I wouldn't want this in my room. I know someone who would. Sword in the Storm, I bet you're eyeing this up going, ooh, she will be mine. Oh, yes. So it's Tiffany straight out of the Child's Play movie. But not only that, she's got voice samples as well. So you can totally bring this to life. Don't know why you'd want to, but you can do. Standing at about 15 inches tall and retailing for about $100, this is one that would definitely be good to have around about Halloween. Now this is super fun. I love this. Fury Toys, who first of all gave us the samurai style Leonardo and then the awesome looking not Leatherhead figure, are now doing their version of not Splinter. Do you like the little quotation marks there? Yeah, words fail me, man. We've only got like the basic renders of the initial kind of sculpt to go on, but just looks so cool. I'm kind of glad that I haven't got into this line, because if I did, I would have wanted to buy all of them. So it's better to just not have any. I missed the pre-orders of Leo, which means that I'm just like, okay, great, that's a few $100 I don't need to spend. Because Splinter, just looking at these renders, looks so great. I love the artistry, man. Someone taking something that's already been done and then zhuzhing it up and putting their own spin on it and making it modern and just... yeah, this is what Splinter should look like in the modern day and age. I really, really dig this. McFarlane Toys have shown a preview image of their Multiverse Superman Future State Worlds of War figure. I'm not familiar with this at all, and we only have this one single picture to go on, but I gotta say, the face sculpt looks nice. It's a very pretty looking face sculpt there. Looks like a total Spartan 300 style Superman. So whatever the story was that conjured up this version of the Man of Steel, yeah, it looks pretty wicked. So if you like your McFarlane figures, this could be a really great alternate version of Supes to go with. For me personally, I'm still not a big fan of McFarlane's style, but again, with the head sculpts, dude, that one looks wicked. So they're definitely, I think they're improving, and this is a good example of that. No word on price or release date yet, but I mean, stay tuned. Hopefully this is the start of another wave. So fingers crossed, many more to come. This is a fun little obscure one. Pocket in Action Company, which is like a Japanese company, I think, are making Space Imps, which remind me a lot of the Plunderlings, but great if you're getting into Cosmic Legions or any kind of bizarre, random, cosmic alien type collection. Space Imps, like little space goblins, they look super fun. So I'm still trying to find out what I can about this company, manufacturer, this line, all this sort of thing. Maybe if you check out Robo and the Fwoosh, that dude will actually know stuff, because he seems to know everything. Yeah, it's a great channel. Love the Fwoosh. I try not to watch it so that I'm not then tempted to copy what he does, because it's like, hey, no shame in learning from the best, but yeah, you don't want to get too similar. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got rid of the flat cap. It's like, no. We're mirroring reality too much here. So Space Imps, they look kind of fun. I'm going to see if I can find out more information, because they could be a really good addition to your cosmic display. SH Figure Arts have shown images of their Dragon Ball Purunga and Dende Shining set. I'm not familiar with these characters. I don't know if they pronounced the names properly. I pronounce the names properly. But, I mean, what does it matter? If you're a Dragon Ball fan, you know what they're called. And you will also know that these images look pretty freaking awesome. I'll say, like a big, giant, cartoonish green dragon man monster. Yeah, that's pretty wicked. One of these days, maybe when I retire at the age of 98, I'll sit down and start watching Dragon Ball Z, because I've heard nothing but good things. This looks really, really cool. So if you're a DBZ fan, yeah, that's what the kids call it, then look out for this guy around about December of this year. Hot Toys have revealed their Neo figure from Matrix Resurrections, and does anyone care about this movie? I think it came out, people were talking about it for a week, and then it's done and forgotten because it wasn't a good film. Fight me. I'm sorry. I've heard so many Matrix Resurrection apologists being like, oh no, it's a meta commentary on how the studio did this with the franchise, and oh no, because the Wachowski sister was forced to make it, so it's a reflection of how... No, it was just a bad movie. You can dress it up however you want. Some people even going so far as to say, oh no, she intentionally made a bad movie just to stick it to the company. No, I don't believe that for a second. You just made a bad film, which is such a shame, because before they made Matrix Resurrections, I was like, oh man, I loved the Matrix, but it was a shame that we had kind of like nerdy, not cool Keanu Reeves in it. If only we had modern day Jesus Keanu Reeves, and then we got it, and it was a bad film, and I was like, oh man. Well, at least you can commemorate it with a hot toy now. Hasbro are going to bring us something kind of fun and quirky for their Fortnite line, as if anything from Fortnite isn't fun and quirky. The 6-inch Fortnite Victory Royale Series orange and yellow Raptor figures. These are listed on Walmart now, and I just think they look fun and bonkers. Again, kind of like I was saying about the Space Imps, they look kind of plunderling-ish. Like you could imagine a plunderling riding on one of these things. The mechanics and the way they're put together, it looks like really good quality, and they just look cartoony and bright and over the top, and just, I could imagine just one of them just sitting on a desk in an office and just being like, this is my cool little Fortnite Raptor. I kind of dig it. I think you guys might do as well, so enjoy the little pictures while I speak more words to fill the time so that you can take a look. Alright, that should do it. Now this is very interesting to me, okay? We've got like Mezco and Mafex that do sort of more high-end versions of different characters, specifically DC as well. Now there's a new player in this game. I don't know the name because I wrote down the name and then spell check changed it to K Toys, and now I'm filming and I can't go back and check what it was. I'll put it in the description while I'm talking. But there is a new company that is doing high-end 1/12 scale DC collectibles, going to be coming out very, very soon, and that's just interesting because I love me some Mezco, I love me some high-end stuff. You know me, I'm a man of wealth and taste. Well, man of taste, dubious taste, definitely no wealth. But that's not the point. What's kind of funny is in the sort of preview teaser image, you can spot already 3 different Batmen. It's like 3 different pointy ears going on there. It's like, well, start as you mean to go on, I guess. It's going to be Batman heavy, but hey, come on, he's the franchise. But when we find out more about this company and what they're doing, I'm definitely going to report it on here because, yeah, I'm interested. Big old rumors coming out of Hollywood is that Taron Egerton, whatever. That dude from Rocketman and Kingsman is in talks to play Wolverine in the MCU. And I, for one, I'm down to clown with this. This dude is good. He is very, very good. I enjoyed him in Kingsman, and then I was absolutely blown away by his performance in Rocketman. This dude can go, and I really want to see him take this role. Because you know what? This is going to be more of a Wolverine, if they go for him. This is going to be more of a Wolverine like we see in the comics, where he's not a big dude. He's actually below average height, but he's a mean son of a biscuit. And the actor has been slightly subtly campaigning for the role for a while. Not in an egregious, like, ugh, kind of way, but just kind of in a, Ryan Reynolds kind of way. The way Ryan Reynolds sort of petitioned to be Deadpool, Taron Egerton is doing the same thing. And he posted a fun little picture promoting his meeting with the Marvel Studio execs. So as far as I'm concerned, I would love to see this. Hopefully it comes off. He'd be a badass Wolverine. Full concept art images have been released of Prince Namor from the Wakanda Forever movie, and just like this guy spoke about 2 weeks ago on this show, it is the Aztec version that we were discussing, and honestly for me, I think this looks kind of cool. I love the fact that they haven't just gone, oh, that's what he is in the comics, boom, well there you go. But they're like, okay, how can we sort of like maybe incorporate some real world ancient mythology? And I mean, I know that Aztec isn't mythology, it's just, history. But doing that, I think looks interesting. So many YouTube channels where that, like, they make their money from just hating everything and like, oh, what is this? I'll tell you what it is. It's a piece of concept art, buddy. You haven't even seen what they're doing with it yet. Give it a chance, okay? I'm really up for this. I think that they could do a really great job incorporating some Incan or Aztec kind of backstory. I'm excited. Let's see where this goes. Kevin Smith has released the trailer for Clerks 3, and you know what? I'm gonna give it a watch. I enjoy Kevin Smith when he's at his best. I mean, he's made some stinky clunkers in the past, but when he's good, it's great, and the nostalgia is still there. And look, I can see from the trailer of Clerks 3 already, there are 2 types of jokes that seem to resonate for Kevin Smith and his audience, myself included. The first joke is, hey, remember that thing that you enjoy in the real world? Well, we're talking about it now. And the other joke that's going to be in this movie is, hey, we're actually making a movie, but hey, we're also kind of referencing the fact that that we've made previous movies that we're going to sort of reference and talk about in the fact that we're doing it here. That's the joke, which is actually real low-hanging fruit when it comes to writing. But also, you know what? I don't even mind. I'm happy to just sit back and enjoy it and see these characters who I literally grew up with throughout the 90s have one final go round. And granted, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back 20 years ago was supposed to be one final go around. But hey, look, if the money tree keeps sprouting, then you gotta go out and pluck it. Can't fault him for that. And in a weird story for the week, or last week, it's been a little while since I did good news, Radio Shock jock Howard Stern may have let slip that there is a Doctor Doom related project occurring in the MCU. What happened was he was caught on a live mic talking to someone about some various things he's doing, and one of the things was, I gotta work with Marvel on this Doctor Doom thing that they're doing. Huh. Interesting. Some people are saying it was a publicity thing. Other folks think it's legit, that he is working on maybe a Fantastic Four project or a Marvel project or maybe he's not actually involved himself, but he's interviewing someone about it. We don't know. All we know is that Howard Stern is like, blah, 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 I gotta do this Marvel Doctor Doom MCU thing. Did he say MCU? I'm not sure, but it was said enough that enough news outlets covered it, and I could copy their story. So there must be something in it. And hey, I don't think we have to worry about Howard Stern playing Doctor Doom, but it's fun to have Doom even echoed in any conversation. Bring him into the MCU, let's shake things up a little bit, because at the moment, it's feeling a little moribund out there. Some interesting announcements coming out from the Star Wars camp about the Disney Plus Andor show. I have officially cancelled my Disney Plus subscription, so let's see if the buzz on this show is enough to win me back. Because apparently the first season of Andor, because it's going to be a 2-season splodged together kind of thing, the first season is going to be set over the course of 1 year. Alright, so that's kind of cool, a bit of a long form sort of storytelling, which I'd like to see. And then the second season apparently is going to span 4 years. That's really interesting. I like the idea of like a Godfather style story where actually you really do follow these characters over a long period of time. So that has my curiosity. Does it have my attention? Not yet. When the reviews start coming out, I'll consider it, because I'm always ready to be won back over. All right, so Star Wars, the ball is in your court. Give me something to get excited about and I'll jump back on. Lollipop Chainsaw, one of my favorite ideas of a game from 2012, is being remade next year, and hopefully they're gonna get it right. Lollipop Chainsaw was made by Suda51, who is a Japanese creator who is known for being avant-garde, bonkers, off the wall, and just kind of cool. And he actually collaborated with James Gunn, pre-Guardians of the Galaxy James Gunn, in making Lollipop Chainsaw, about a superpowered cheerleader with a giant chainsaw who fights zombies with her boyfriend's severed head strapped to her side, who talks trash all the time. Bizarre, bonkers, like I said, but fun. Unfortunately, back in 2012, the game was just... it was okay, but it was no different from a bajillion other third-person hack-and-slash type games. It didn't do much to distinguish itself besides its style. So now if we're getting a zhuzhed-up, beautiful, awesome remake with more modern sensibilities, oh, sign me up! That sounds really cool. And finally, my Robocop dreams are about to be answered with a brand new game coming out on PlayStation and maybe other next-gen consoles. June 2023. We had the teaser a few months ago, but now we're getting actual gameplay footage, a proper trailer, and the announcement that Peter Weller is returning to the role to voice Robocop. This is all I would have wanted. I'm really excited about this. We see in the trailer we got Ed209 popping up as well. I hope we get Robocane and some other cool cameos. I just want a nostalgia trip. I just want to be able to become Robocop and police the streets of old Detroit. That would be so much fun. And honestly, if it's June 2023, then maybe I might actually be able to get my hands on a PlayStation 5 by then. Fingers crossed, I'm really looking forward to this. Alright guys, little known fact about me. I'm going to share this with you here. You ever heard of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome? Yeah, well guess what? Your boy here has it. What Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is, it means that you are hypermobile in your joints and they can actually dislocate quite easily. Also means you have quite stretchy skin. It's a funny sort of thing. I have a very mild version of it. My right shoulder used to dislocate all the time until I had an operation to kind of fix it up. It was annoying. But you know who else has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome? Sun Spider, a new character in the Spider-Verse, which I just thought was kind of cool. I like this. So this is a alternate Spider-Person. I mean, you know the deal with Spider-Verse. Infinite different universes, infinite different spider people. And this is a spider who, you know, has crutches, has severe Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, but can actually combat and work around it with their superpowers. It's a very Daredevil kind of thing, which I really like. It's a nice little bit of representation of things that people don't tend to know about. I mean, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, not really the sexiest of disabilities, but it's one that, it's nice to have some representation. So yeah, I saw that, I was like, sun spider, that's kind of cool. And folks, that does it for good news for today. What did you think about the stories covered? Comment below, let me know. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then you know what you gotta do. You gotta join the 6-1 Clerks by clicking the like, share, and subscribe buttons. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep displaying model behavior. Hey there gang, if you enjoyed this episode and this channel in general, then maybe you might want to head over to my brand spanking new channel, Model Behaviour Wrestling. For all your pro wrestling content from WWE to AEW, New Japan and all points in between, you can head over there right now, subscribe, and the channel will launch officially on August 1st with a whole bunch of videos already there for your binging enjoyment. So guys, head on over, Model Behaviour Wrestling, and be a part of the whole new era of the Model Behaviour brand, expanding throughout the world like the juggernaut that it is in my mind. Head on over. Enjoy. Playmates over in Australia. Or governor! I'm going to do that again. What's the point? I'm not going to do that. G'day! Jeez Louise. That was an English person doing an impression of an Australian Dick Van Dyke doing an impression of an English person. That was terrible.